Hey everybody. Yes indeed, it's Friday. Yes indeed. Hold on. 1964. Oh, whew. Anyway, it's Friday. About to have a good time. About a good time. I'm gonna turn on the Marvin Gaye I got going. Boy, I'm in a groove tonight, let me tell you. So look, um, man. So look, I'm gonna shed some light on the history of Freemasonry as far as what's up, fam? Brother Lewis, I'm going to share a little history on Freemasonry as far as the ancient free and accepted Masons out of Mississippi. So I want to send a big shout out to Grandmaster Smith, who is the Grandmaster of the most wishful John G. Jones Grand Lodge of Mississippi. It was indeed an honor and privilege to do his installation for him. It was great. Ooh, you know what? I initiated him, as a matter of fact. So, Brother Smith, if you tune in tonight, yeah, I'm talking about you, bruh. Greetings, Brother Rogers. I brought Brother Smith in back in like 1980. I came in 86 and 7 and 8. I think he came in like 1990, 89 or 90 when Brother Smith became a member of Hosea Lodge number 7 here in San Diego. Hello, Brother Biggs, that is Biggs. You know, I'm just going to talk a little bit in regards to a few things, a few subjects, but one being Grand Lodges of Ancient Free and Accepted Masons out of Mississippi, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the Supreme Councils and what happened during the time of John G. Jones and his death, because a lot has been said, but a lot of things did happen. So we're going to get right in. If you have any questions, please do ask questions. Hit me up via email. If you got my phone number, you can hit me up that way. Get down with the get down. So let me get right into it. So the first Grand Lodge of the Ancient Free and Accepted Masons out of Mississippi was named Truney Grand Lodge of Mississippi. Truney was a past president of the General Grand Masonic Congress. And he also was one of the first Grand Masters of the Ancient Free and Accepted Masons out of Mississippi. And then after Truney, you have King Hiram. Then you have a King David. And I think those are about the only two that I can recall right off. You got William T. Grant Grand Lodge out of Mississippi. So let me see. You got William T. Grant. You have King David. You have King Hiram. And now you have John G. Jones Grand Lodge out of Mississippi. Those are the four that I know right offhand out of Mississippi right now as far as the ancient free and accepted Masons. Now look, there may be others, and I won't deny that there are others. However, those others don't necessarily turn up on the radar because they are no longer what you would consider active Grand Lodges. And if they are active, would you please inform me or hit me up and let me also, you would have Ham Grand Lodge out of Mississippi, you will have King David Grand Lodge out of Mississippi, and now you have John G. Jones Grand Lodge out of Mississippi. And Grandmaster Smith is the Grand Master of State for that Grand Lodge. And I say that because what happens is that we tend to forget back in those days, brothers had it rough with the civil rights. Yeah, they did. They did. Greetings, Brother Rock 101. Definitely. And they did have it rough. And I would say this, even though they may have had it rough, being a Mason during that time really meant something. I would say that. And I'm not saying that being a Mason right now doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying at that time, in era, during those days that are long gone, being really a Mason meant something. And I don't think that they have the issues that we have now. With the various Grand Lodges. I don't think that was really that big of an issue. The issue come in is when, brothers tend to want to throw shade, or they feel that they're better, or they feel that their Grand Lodge is more legit than the other one. However, when you're dealing with us, I would say that a lot of times that stuff goes out the window when you're meeting face to face in public. I would say at that time during that period, brothers didn't get down like that. Now they may not have really liked each other, but the unity they had amongst each other really kept them connected because we know that they couldn't really go nowhere. You know, you couldn't go across the tracks. You couldn't get caught out. I mean, it was just that simple. I really believe during that time and space that there was more unity. What's up? What's up? Yeah, you know it. I just believed during that time it was more unity amongst us as Masons than anything else. I don't think that we really went all out on each other. And I say that honestly. I just don't think we did. I believe that during that period of time in history, we was too busy trying to hang together and keep each other from dying. And I believe and I will hope that somehow that will come along again. You know, where we will be able to really begin to enjoy the fellowship with each other. Oh yeah, definitely. Share love. Question PHA. Brother Rock 101, boy. But yeah, definitely. So what I plan to do is, since I've announced those Grand Lodges out of Mississippi, their history from the General Grand Masonic Congress and the various splits, because let me tell you, and I've said it before, after 1914, the General Grand Masonic Congress, as we know it, bruh, they just went like, they went like here. And I'm going to shed some light on that. But before I get to that, I'm going to share this with you. So, there are some General Grand Masonic Congresses. No, there are some United Supreme Councils that I'm going to name, and hopefully you will kind of grab where I'm going with this, because even today, there are new General Grand Masonic Congresses. There are new Supreme Councils popping up. And I don't have any, you know what? More power to them. We got love. That's all the same. So, I'm going to share this with you. So, you have, this is a United States, I'm going to go time. Now, this Grand Council is called the United Supreme Council, Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite, 33rd and last degree for the Southern and Western Masonic Jurisdiction, United States of America, Territories Independent. General Grand Masonic Congress, Ancient Free and Accepted Mason. All right, listen. Congress, Ancient Free and Accepted Mason. All right, listen. Then you have the National Supreme Council, Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite for the Southern, for the Sovereign Grand Inspector Generals. At that time, and this stands for North America, you have the illustrious Edward Chapman. Okay? Now, here's the thing. This particular United Supreme Council was founded in 1864 in New York City by Brother Austin, let me see, I think it's City, by Brother Austin, let me see, I think his name is Byron Austin, and he said he was an active member of the Council of France, Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite, organized the Supreme Council of the State of New York, which title was subsequently changed to the Supreme Council Sovereign Grand Inspector General 33rd and last degree for the United States of America, its territories and independence. The officers was as follows: Brandon Austin Hugo D. Below. And then it says he was the Sovereign Grand Commander. Patrick Richardson was the Lieutenant Grand Commander. Dr. Peter W. Ray was the Lieutenant. And then it goes on to say in the Grand Orient was George Lawrence. He was the Secretary. Alexander Peters was the Master of Ceremony. So that Supreme Council, from what I'm reading and before me, just so I'm reading this actually. It says do not copy. I'm actually reading this. I can't make a copy. is a very old Supreme Council, okay? And it was called the National Supreme Council. Now, I'm going to share this with you. So, you have another Supreme Council which uses the same dialect as the Southern and Western Masonic jurisdiction. Claimed it was organized in 1869. Otis F. Copton is the most puissant sovereign grand commander at this time. Okay, then you have the one where Charles H. Nelson, who's now passed, has the same title, same name, same date, on it. So here I have before me is 5 different Supreme Councils, all using the same Southern and Western Masonic jurisdiction. There is something special about that. Brother Briggs, you said PHA is the only branch in Hughes Tree. No, bruh. It's not the only branch in Hughes Tree. No, it is not the only branch. See, this is what happened with that tree you're talking about. You remember Dr. Peter W. Ray? Yeah, he was council too, which was the Southern and Western Masonic jurisdiction. I looked that up too, bruh. And I'm gonna tell you, it's a funny thing how they do that. It's a funny thing. So it's funny, bruh. That history. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this here. We're all tied together. The tree, man. The tree. We're all tied together. We're all connected. I don't know why people like to trip, but it's true. The more I dig, the more I get into our history, we're all connected. You could say that brother was expelled. You could say that brother floated off. You could say whatever. We're all connected, man. Distant cousin, distant relatives, I don't care. The tree is what it is. The tree has roots. I don't care. The tree is what it is. The tree has roots. And when it grows, the branches go way out and the roots also go very deep. So I don't care what you say. We're all connected some type of way. I've even done my own Grand Lodge history. And it goes back to the first Grand Lodge of the ancient Free and Accepted Masons here in California, which is Hamatari, which was named Fletcher. It was named Fletcher Grand Lodge. It was first named Fletcher Grand Lodge, and Fletcher was the first named Fletcher Grand Lodge, and Fletcher was the lieutenant sovereign grand commander or lieutenant commander for John G. Jones. Man, it's you got, hey, bro. Once you begin to make the connections, people shouldn't even trip. We shouldn't even trip. We should actually start to begin to appreciate each other, because some of this stuff happened way before most of us was born. And when we go to digging, we just find out we connected. That's all. That's it. You may not like the fact that we are, but we are. Simple as that. And so once you get into that, I'm going to share some more history with you. So once you get into that, check this out. Okay, where's this at? So I'm going to go down the line. So from 1895 to 1914, John G. Jones served as the president for the General Grand Masonic Congress. Now, from 1914 to 1916, you had B.H. Steelyard. He served as the president. Then you get C.L. Mitchell from 1918 to 1926. And from there, you get Dr. T.J. Truoney from 1928 to 1931. Now, check this out. They went to court, and they was in court for 2 years. The General Grand Masonic Congress was in court for 2 years in around the time 1931. Okay? 2 years. They split. When they split, the Honorable C.L. Mitchell was then back in office. Like, he was back in office. And then after him became I think they say his name is G.C. Williams. G.C. Williams served as a president for the General Grand Masonic Congress from 1926 to 1936, and he was out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Then you had the Honorable J.C. Parker. Okay? Then they split again. This was in 1942, so they split. They split in 1931. Again, there was another split in 1942. Bruh, come on. And this is why we keep getting these different General Grand Masonic Congresses. Bruh, it's a mess. Yeah, I said it was a mess. But you know what? The mere fact that a brother can go in and see his history or to find it is it becomes his story. So I don't kick nobody for finding their story, their history, writing their own story. They should. Yes, this is the problem with all the splits. But the unique thing is that even if there's a split, even if there's a hiccup, I believe that each group, each whatever you want to call them, have a right to write their own history so it doesn't get lost. Because what happens is during this time of chaos, people want to keep things. I'm not going to share these minutes and I'm not going to give this. So you get places and things with incomplete minutes. That's what you get. And I'll tell you this here, and we all know that not recently, about 2 or 3 years ago, there was a split within Prince Hall. Yeah, there was a split because now you have what you call the United Supreme Council. It's called the Progressive United Supreme Council, Ancient and Scepter Scottish Rite Prince Hall. You have you have three United Supreme Councils for Prince Hall. That you do. You have one Northern, you have one Southern, and then you have another one which says it's progressive. They all have the issues. Do you believe this goes for pop-up Grand Lodges being able to write their history out of thin air? You know what? I believe that if a Grand Lodge is organized correctly, that their history is going to be tied to the Grand Lodge that help organize them. When I say help organize them, that they must have received those three lodges that helped to formulate that Grand Lodge must have a charter from another Grand Lodge. Okay? Let's have an understanding. So if you got three lodges in the state of Mississippi and they want to formulate themselves into a Grand Lodge, where did they get their charters from? And once you find out where they get their charters from, then you can say, oh, okay, now I know. Now, where did that Grand Lodge get their charters from? That's how you generate history. But what happens is, like you said, some do write their shit out of thin air. Excuse my language, they do. But if you want to find out how legitimate one is, they should know exactly how they got to where they're at. You know, instead of just popping up overnight, they should know exactly that however they got there, they should be able to write it down. Minutes should be always kept. You're right, John G. Jones is PHA history. He's definitely there. No doubt about it. But what happens is that we tend to want to, there are two people I noticed amongst African Americans that you don't hear anything about that has really contributed to the history of our people. One is Elijah Muhammad. You don't hear anything about Elijah Muhammad, but you hear about those who came through his lineage. Okay? You don't hear anything about John G. Jones, but you hear about how he was expelled. You know, the unique thing is that we need to correct that. And when I say we, I'm talking about people that look like me. We need to correct that. Yeah, people do some crazy stuff in life, but I'm not going to throw you away. You know, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to throw my brother away. I'm not going to throw my sister away. Just because I don't agree with some things they did and we had a fallout. No, I'm not going to throw you away. Too many times we throw each other away. I ain't talking to him no more. You know what? And then after 30 years go by, you old and gray. He's old and gray. She's old and gray. And you don't even know why you're not talking to each other. And it's 30 years ago. No, I'm me as an individual, me as a Mason. I'm not throwing none of my brothers and sisters away. I don't have to agree with you. I may even tell you how I feel, but I'm not going to throw you away. No. Too many times it's easy for us to throw each other away. No. I'm not going to do that. So you do admit that John G. Jones was expelled. Yeah, I admit that he was expelled because that's what they say. They say he was expelled. I haven't seen any papers as far as original documents, but the word is, or they can say the word on the street that he was expelled. That's what they say. That's all I have to go by. Now, there are some issues I have with that. My issues with that is that here you have a gentleman who's the most puissant sovereign grand commander in a whole nother jurisdiction. But he's still an officer or a member in a lodge in a whole different grand lodge. I can't grab that. I really can't. And then in 1903, they supposedly have suspended him. But the ancient Egypt order nobles of the Mystery Shrine wasn't organized until 1900. But they used Jones as their founder. But they don't have a meeting until 1900. So you have John G. Jones, okay, up until they say they don't even list the date after John G. Jones. They have nobody else listed after him. No, I disagree with that, But hey, that's what they say. And you know what? That's a dead horse. And you know what? And I can't ride a dead horse, but I can ride a living horse. So I'm on this one. And I'm going to say this. Because a brother, you know what? I get some weird. This brother said that he checked my video out, and then he says, "Oh, I couldn't get through it because of your grammar and this and that and that and this." You know what? I told him I know he watched the video. He watched the video because you know what? I try to be as honest and as raw and as direct as I can be. Now, if you can't get with that, then you go listen to Prince Hall Think Tank, and you can have all the fun you want to. Because, like I said before in my last video, I would love for them to have me on, and I would like to have them on. Technology can do that now. So we don't have to run from each other. What we need to do is kind of understand why you dislike me so much, or why I dislike you so much. You know what? It's all for nothing, man. I'm not going to beat that horse. I'm done with that horse. We can move on. Now, that's right. Who's perfect, though? You're absolutely right. Who's perfect? No one. But we all strive to be the example of how to be perfect. We all have the example before us. That's all we have. Bro, apparently you don't know much about the Honorable John G. Jones if you're comparing yourself to him. No, I'm not comparing myself to Jones, Rock 101. If that was for me, I can't do that. I'm not comparing myself to Jones. What I'm saying, oh, okay, that's between you and Brother Biggs. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all roll with that. Y'all had me going for a minute. One thing I won't do is compare myself to somebody. I think all of us are unique individuals that add something to Freemasonry. I don't care if you're mainstream, internet, I don't care what your jurisdiction is. I know for a fact all of us are unique individuals that brings and adds something to Freemasonry. Now, I'll tell you this here. Now, no, not for you, but brother, but I would say this here. I believe once we get over our own ignorance about each other, I believe that we'll be a better people. That is just that simple. That shouldn't be that hard to do. Once we get over this whole thing, this whole back and forth, man, it's going to be a beautiful day. But until then, we got to continue to educate each other about Masonry and how did we get to where we're at. We got to continue to strive to be the example of what Masons should be, individually, across the board. If you want to get into that historical debate, do that. If you want to get into do that. My purpose in this show purpose is to help educate, to bring to light. I want brothers to enjoy the craft. I want people to see Masonry differently than they have amongst us. I want them to understand that we as Masons, this is not no occult, You know what? And that's the biggest fallacy. I mean, now, there are some strange things that do happen, but we're no occult. I can tell you that. Now, we often talk about riding a goat. Now, if you want to become a Mason, you're going to ride the goat. Plain and simple. That's just an inside thing, and you'll understand it when you get there. Greetings, Brother Stevens. Greetings, brother. Checking in from Atlanta. All right. Lazarus Grand Lodge, just risen from the grave. Rod to build that bridge. Rock 101, you told me a long time ago, just blow it up. Bruh, As much as I want to blow that bridge up, it's hard. I'm gonna tell you, Rock 101, it's hard to blow the bridge up, especially when people on that bridge looks like me. Just that simple. I've just been taught I can't throw my brothers away. I can't throw my sisters away. This is why it's so important for us to communicate. This is why it's so important for us to dialogue and have those conversations and stop throwing each other away. It's just like Bill Cosby. Now they want to throw Bill away. Why you want to throw Bill away? What did Bill do to you to make you want to throw Bill away? We all know that was a scam on Bill. But you know what? This ain't about Bill. I'm sorry. I gotta come back. This is about Freemasonry and the history and how we can have that dialogue, that conversation. Okay, Brother Stephen says, I think Prince Hall has a great history, but they are falling off with their own elitism and gathering those mindsets, wondering what would happen. Well, we said that. Most wishful New Light Grand Lodge, California. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, brother. John G. Jones is the upright and square brother. Well, John G. Jones. Well, you know what? Jones is gone, man. You know, you know what? We can talk about that all the time. But he's gone. The ideal is for us to be 100% unapologetic about who we are. Period, bar none. One brother asked me, brother Wright, let me see. Okay. Brother Shaheed. Okay, Brother Shaheed. One brother asked me about your Grand Lodge, New Life Grand Lodge. He asked me, was I upset that there was a new Grand Lodge in California? No, I'm not upset. As a matter of fact, hit me up sometime. You know, hit me up sometime. That's all I'm saying. You can email me or you can leave me a message right on this page, Brother Shaheed, and we gonna get together. All right, that's what it should be. You're right. We gotta stop living in the past. The past will eat you up. You know, I mean, this is 2019. No, 2018. I'm really pushing this year. It's almost out. It's almost gone. You're right. We got to stop living in the past, and I believe we can actually do that through this medium. The fact that we have this medium to where we can connect, be it modern, free, international, PHO, whatever, we can connect right here and break down some of the walls and stereotypes that you may hear about the various Grand Lodges. We can do that right here, period. He said, Brock 101, you still my brother. You know, y'all got some instrument comments here. So, Brother Stevens, are you saying that the fact that PHA has been trying to destroy black non-organization for over 100 years has a great history? No, that's not a great history. And we know, you know what? I'm blunt. We know that PHA as an organization, and that's not all brothers. I'm just saying as an organization, yes, they have been out to destroy the black, ancient, free, and accepted Masons. It's a proven fact. However, I'm not going to throw all of the members away. I'm not going to say it's all of them, because even right here in this medium here, we have brothers who are PHA that watches and that come on and they say, hey, man, you know, forget that, blah, blah, blah. More brothers needs to step up like that. If you can get more brothers to step up and squash that and kill that, yeah, we'll have a lot in common, as we already do. But we can do so much more together than apart. You wouldn't believe it. So he says, Brother Rock 101, I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is we have to acknowledge their history just like we acknowledge ours. That's true. We do. The fact of the matter is, Brother Rock 101 is saying, look, if you're trying to tear me down, if you're trying to destroy me, I really don't want to have nothing to do with you. I've had that conversation with him in person, so I know how you feel. And it's not that he hates all PHA. Hate is a very strong word. He disliked. I would say that he just disliked the fact that they're trying to as history has shown, to destroy anyone who's not PHA. That's what he's pointing out. Okay, so he says, Brother Rock 101, I'm not interested in acknowledging their history because I might as well acknowledge the history of Nazis, skinheads, and other organizations that sought to destroy black organizations. Oh, Brother Rock 101. Oh, boy, you made me want to drink some Kool-Aid on that. Man. Oh, bro, I don't know what to say. I love you, though. I know how you feel. We've had that conversation, and I'm good with it. I'm okay with how you feel. And you know how I feel. So, Rock 101, man, it's a conversation to be had. It's really a conversation to be had. The ideal is that during this conversation piece that we're having right now, this is where we're able to get a better understanding. Because now we're finding out that everybody don't necessarily see things the same way. There's, like I said before, there's some Prince Hall brothers on here who agree with you, Rock. And there's some that don't. But that's the topic. That's what we need to have. Really, that conversation needs to be had. And we need to consider, hey, if check this out. Remember that National Grand Lodge. Yes, what about that national? Most of our Grand Lodges that are older than 50 years or are tied to those that were once Prince Hall affiliated. At one point, we were Prince. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm going to share this with you. What if, and I've said it before, what if it was illegal to be a Freemason in the United States? Some say it would never happen. But I'm just saying, what if it was illegal to be a Freemason? Then what? How many of you would still want to be part of the organization? I don't care whether you're mainstream, Prince Hall, or whatever. How many of you would still want to be Masons if it was illegal to be a Mason? That's my question. Let's chime in on that. And you could take it and go wherever you want to go with it. But I bet you most of you, and those who are going to see this video afterwards, would say, I'm done with it. If it was illegal to be a Freemason, I bet you most of you would be like, I'm through, I'm good. You take this off, I'm done. You don't have the heart. You don't have the heart. You pumping Kool-Aid, and you won't be asking people what Grand Lodge they're a part of either. That's for sure. Or would probably still be amongst the craft. Yeah, everybody ain't saying that though. If it was illegal to be a Mason, I bet you a lot of us, man, will pull out so quick, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah, and that's true. I don't care what jurisdiction you're in, you'll pull out. What's up, Freemason Unlocked? What's going on, my brother? He says, PHA administration don't take heed to Pike advice and morals and dogma, that which persecutes bros. They are ultimately making John G. Jones Masonry more famous. Well, hey, it is what it is. If you're a Catholic at one time, it was against their laws. That's true. If you was a Catholic and you was a Mason, it was against their laws. And they would kick you out of the church and tell you, boom, you gone. You're, what they call it, dis something or another. When they kick you out of the Catholic Church, what is it called? Disaffiliated or something like that. Is that a word, disaffiliated? But that's what they would do. Yep, you love the craft, but could you stand the heat if it was illegal? We have lasted this long. What makes you think we are not going in? What makes no, nobody is going anywhere. That's true, bro. Nobody is going anywhere. I don't care what jurisdiction you're in. Nobody is going anywhere. You may die off, but you're not going to just run away. No, you're not. And that's the uniqueness. My obligation is masonry. my obligation to the Mason that I recognize. I don't recognize Prince Hall. Ooh, Rock 101. Boy, tonight you own one. You've been drinking. Rock one, you've been drinking. I think you have. I think you have. But let me tell you this. So a brother told me, he said, Brother Hawkins, you know what? You do those videos, but you're not recognized. Oh, like I said, okay, I left it alone. And I think most of us should do that. When a brother approaches you like that, just leave it alone. So what? So what? You know, just sometimes you gotta go, you gotta say bye, Felicia. That's blasphemy. You know, man, y'all on one tonight. I tell you, y'all on one tonight. So look, check it out. Let me see, can I give you a little something tonight before I get up out of here? And it's gonna be, let me see what I got here. So look, I'm gonna share with you. Okay, I can't make copies of it. It says do not copy. Okay, so I can't make copies of this, but I don't mind sharing you what's in it. You know, this is a journal of this is a journal. This is the number 5. This is a volume. It's number 5, and it has let's see. It has over 100 pages in it, and I could share with you the information in it, but I can't make copies. So you know what? I apologize for that, but I can definitely see what I can do for you to get some information out of here. Oh, now you want to have a cigar with people. Rock 101, you special tonight. I tell you that. That's for sure. So look, I'm going to share this with you. Hold on just a second. You know what I like? You know what? This here little book right here. You know, I got a couple of these. You know, I have a couple. And in this particular book right here, I like this. See that? I like this. Some of you probably already have this cipher. But I like it. You know why? Because you can leave it and set it down somewhere and people pick it up and they look at it and be like, what is that? That's what I like about it. You know, I have another one right here. This one right here is a lot older. This cipher right here was given to me from the most puissant sovereign Grand Commander Esau E. Baxter. Gave me this here, and I appreciate it. You know, when he passed away, the family was like, Brother Hawkins, you can have it. You know, get all I can get, and brother, did I get a lot? And this one's a lot older than this one. You know, it's a lot older. So I don't know how many of you have this one, but bruh, you can get it. Like I said, this is a good Masonic ritual to have. This is a good one. This is a cipher, and if you can get it, that's one of the best ones you can have. I definitely say that. I definitely say that. And man, you brothers are going back and forth. All of those affirmations in that book. Yeah, bruh. Oh, you talking about this here? That information? Yes. It's in this. It's in this. The only thing is it's got a big do not copy, so I can't just copy and send it to you. That would be, you know, I wish I could. But this was a rough draft that somebody gave me. You know, it was a rough draft, just a compile of information dealing with the Black Ancient Free and Accepted Mason that somebody gave me. You know, yeah, you're right. We're going to have to come together one day, but not now. Now's the best time because everything has shrunk, bruh. Travel to really get in contact with, but now it's like this. I'm black. I'm ancient free. I'm black and Freemasonry in a military lodge in North Carolina. You wouldn't last a minute in my lodge. J. Rob, um, what do you mean that somebody wouldn't last a minute in your lodge? I'm interested in that, bruh. Bring that. You know what? It's all good, bruh. It's all good, Rock 101. Ooh, y'all, you know what? Y'all talking about changing the system. Y'all talking about a revolution. Bruh, are y'all ready for a revolution? Are you really ready for a revolution? Y'all talking about changing the system. I don't know if y'all ready to have a revolution or not. I hear a lot of talk about a revolution. Freemasonry Unlocked, if you're still on tap, if you're still here, I need you to chime in on this one. They're talking about having a revolution. Oh, hell yeah, we're in the Matrix. But the only way you're going to get out the Matrix is unless you work together. But, you know, I'm just trying to figure out about this revolution thing that you're talking about, the system, changing the system. That's what I'm, and Rock and Freemasonry Unlocked, you know we've talked about that. You know that. We have to come together in order to form a revolution. Hey, bruh, here's the unique thing about a revolution. A revolution should not have a leader, because once you kill a leader, then you kill a revolution. The revolution is an individual thing that you go out and you engage, you put forth. Just like this medium here I'm using tonight, this YouTube page, this show right here starts everything. I want to encourage each of you to get to know each other. I want to encourage each of you to say the hell with it. You know, like somebody said earlier, I think it was Brother Lewis who said earlier, I'm a black man first, and I'm not throwing nobody away. You know, whether you're Catholic, whether you practice Judaism or practice Baptist missionary, whatever, I'm not throwing you away. I'm not kicking you to the curb until you have shown me that you're not worthy. That's just that simple. Too many times we want to kick each other and just throw each other away. I'm not throwing nobody away. I'm not throwing my sisters away. I'm not throwing no one away. That's the problem right there. We throw each other away like we just nothing. Everybody else already treats us like nothing. No, nope, I can't do it. All this division and masonry, y'all gonna act like them motherfuckers for sure. Rosewood. And burn the brotherhood down with this division mentality. Brother Rob, you're absolutely correct. But here's the thing, bruh. The revolution starts with you, it starts with me, it starts with everyone. Everyone who wants to change, that's when the revolution starts. That's when it starts. And that's for sure. I'm on my PHA revolution. Do your part, Brother Rock. Ooh, Brother Rock. He did call you out, though. He did say do your part. He did definitely say that. And we should all do our part. If you don't like what you see in masonry, do your part to make it better. Hey, everybody who's watching, even after we stop going like what you see in masonry, do your part to make it better. If you don't like what's going on in your jurisdiction, do your part to make sure that your jurisdiction step its game up. If you don't like what you see, make it better. Do something. Get involved. Straighten it out. Run for Grandmaster. Run for Senior Warden, Junior Warden. Do something to make it better, bruh. And you know what? I'm calling out the bros a lot, but this goes for the sisters too. Let's not get it twisted. Sisters play a strong part in Freemasonry. We want to always hold them down. You know what? Those are the sisters. No. But I tell you what, the sisters holds up a lot of the stuff that happens. They do. They hold. When I say the stuff that happens, I mean when you put on functions, when you're doing some work, you get some sisters behind you, it's gonna be successful. So to my sisters, I appreciate you. You know, and that's what we have to look at. Even though tonight's video is supposed to be about really the history of Mississippi and those Grand Lodges, and I know we've gone many different places, but we need to realize that. I appreciate my sisters of the Order of the Eastern Star. Yes, I am making my African ritual. Yes, I am. I am working on an African Masonic ritual. And the unique thing is it, you know what? I'm not going to put all what I'm going to be putting into the ritual. I'm not going to say everything I'm putting into it, but it's going to be unique. I know that. It's going to be unique, and it's going to deal with us. Period. And the only reason, what's up, brother? Simply. What's up, Deep? And the only reason I'm saying that is because the questions, the Q&As that's going to be in there, it's going to be about us. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have put that in there. Anyway, man, it's going to be deep. Look, I'm almost done with the EA part. I'm getting ready to go into my fellowcraft part, and I'm going to do it. I'm telling too much. But anyway, yeah, that ritual is definitely in the makings. And I'm definitely want to get it out. Shout out to Natchez, Mississippi. Yep. What's up, Natchez? How you doing today? Welcome aboard, Natchez, Mississippi. I know what the Natchez Trace. Yeah, that roll. You don't know nothing about the Natchez Trace anyway, but Mississippi, you in the house. My jurisdiction has left the ancient Arabic order nobles of Mr. Shrine. We are now the ancient African order nobles of the Mr. Shrine. We have taken back the narrative. Brother Rock 101. I'm going to shed some light on this, bro. Because you helped me out. And I'm talking directly to you. You didn't leave. You just changed the name. Because I'm going to share something with you. And I showed it once. I showed it before. Oh. Brother Rock 101. You remember you remember we was looking at some information? And you showed me a copy of something. And man, I'm looking for it right now. And I don't even see it, Rock 101. I'm gonna find it. Okay, Rock 101. You remember the scimitar? The scimitar, it has the what does it have under it? It has the cross under it with the sword going through it with the scimitar. Remember that? I bet you know what I'm talking about. Think about that. No, bruh. You didn't leave. You just changed the name. We'll talk about that. You got my number. We're going to talk tonight, Rock 101. We're going to talk tonight, baby. That's for real. Okay, then. And I said again, you didn't leave ancient Arabic order nobles of Mr. Shrine. You just changed the name. That's what you done. Because the original symbol that you're using, that you have, we know, bruh, that was the original symbol from the beginning when John G. Jones organized the ancient Arabic. So you didn't leave, you just changed the name. You threw African in there. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it at all. The process is that now, since that has happened, somebody in your organization needs to keep track of its history. How did you go from this point to this point? Because it needs to be documented. And what happens a lot of times, a lot of our history is lost. You don't want to lose that. Because then it becomes his story and not your history. You know? What would be a good time to call? Oh man, you know what? Give me 10 minutes and you can call me. If you got my phone number, give me 10 minutes. You can call me. As a matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna share this with you right now. If anybody want to do a conference call tonight, I'm gonna give you a conference call number right now. I'm gonna be shutting this down in just a couple of minutes. We're gonna do a conference call, okay? So if you want to be on this conference call, hit yes, yes, yes on there. Let me see you say yes. I'm gonna give you this conference call number tonight. Give me just a second. Give me just a second, bruh. Whoa, I think this is it. Yes, okay, I see you, Phil Jackson. Okay, hell yeah, okay, all right. So look, those of you who gonna hit yes, 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 we're gonna do a conference call tonight in about maybe 5 or 6 minutes from now. We're gonna go conference, and I'm gonna give you the conference call number. So you're gonna dial 605 472 5329. Hit the pound button. Then you're gonna go 541512. Once again, I'm gonna give this number out, okay? All right, if you want to be on the conference call tonight after we leave the show, that number is going to be 605 472 5329. Hit the pound sign, and we're going to go into 54151. So when I lock this down, we're going to all get on the phone tonight. We're going to have that conversation, and we're going to make some happen. We're going to have a revolution. And remember, the revolution starts with you. That's where the revolution starts at. People waiting on some stuff to pop off. You are the revolution. 605 472. Yep, that's it. You got it. You got it. Yep, that's it. So, so if anybody else have anything else they want to talk about, go right ahead. I'm pretty much open for tonight. I just, for me personally, if you watch this video now, if anybody, you share this video with anybody or whatever, if you can't leave a positive comment, don't leave a comment. If you don't like what I'm saying, peace, be well, deuces, baby, kick rocks, go on about your business. You know what? Because right here on this page, it's all about trying to uplift you. That's all I want to do. I want us to be uplifted. I don't care what jurisdiction you're in. I'm just tired of the division. I'm just tired of the BS that we do. So whoever you share this video with, let's do it. If you don't have anything good to say, do like your mama said. Don't say nothing at all. Just be gone. But if you want to leave a positive message for us. When I say us, I'm talking about people that look like me. Period. And if you don't look like me and you're a little lighter and brighter, leave a positive message anyway. Let's do something right for a change. That's all I'm saying. Let's build some bridges. No, I'm not going to blow up the bridge, Rock 101. I'm not going to blow it up. There's too many people on the bridge, bruh. I'm not going to ever forget that, bruh. I'm not going to ever forget it. There's too many people on the bridge. I can't do it. Okay, so you're saying, what about those lodges? Were they PHA back in the day or John G. Jones? It depends. You know what? The lodges I was talking about back here in that time, okay, in 1877, John G. Jones affiliation was organized. That's a fact. I could show it to you in writing. I could tell you where to go see it and look it up for yourself. If you get yourself a Coors Masonic Encyclopedia and you look up Negro Masonry in that encyclopedia, 1961 to be exact, you will see them listed as John G. Jones affiliation 1877. It says these brothers elected themselves a lawyer from Chicago named John G. Jones, and they named it John G. Jones affiliation 1877. Period. Now, some may agree with me, some may not, but go read it for yourselves. That's where you can find out at. That's where you can find that information at. And when I first read it, I was shocked too. 1877. That was before he was expelled. That was before all of that. I'm just saying, a lot of stuff we need to start just going and looking at. I'm not taking anybody's opinion for a lot of stuff no more. I'm going and researching myself, and I tell every brother, every sister to do the same thing. Much love to the 33rd Supreme Council. of much. Is there a 33rd Supreme Council of San Diego? Ah, is it? I don't know if there's the 33rd Supreme Council of San Diego. It does. I have that. I have that edition. Thanks, brother. Damn right. And people need to realize that. Yes, word. John G. Jones, 1877, bruh. That's when that name first pops up on the radar. 1877. It's before 1903. It's before it's before he even become a Shriner. Think about that. Yeah, it's before it becomes a Shriner. You know? So it's something to think about. It's something that we should all take a look at, and I tell you to get it, you know? Get that part. So look, gentlemen, I'm gonna check out my battery here on my phone real quick, and I'm gonna get ready to log on, and we're gonna have that conversation tonight. Brother Eric Sutton just touched me on my phone and said he's gonna talk to me tomorrow. You know what? Hey, I got one question before I leave you. One brother said I should do more videos. My question to you, brothers who are out here, who support this channel, who come on and give me, you give me a lot of good advice. I appreciate you. How often do you think I should do a video? And give me a time. And if you tell me, then hey, let's make it happen. Stringer Grand Lodge in Mississippi is PHA, but on this tombstone in Vicksburg, Mississippi, yes, you're absolutely correct. Brother Witten, Joshua, yes, I agree. Being from Mississippi, Tougaloo College there in Mississippi, Stringer had a lodge. Stringer Grand Lodge had a lodge on the campus of Tougaloo College. Boom, did you know that? I'm just saying. Weekly. Okay, give me a day in the week that I should do this show, Brother Lewis. What do you think? This time is good, once a week. You want it on a Monday or Wednesday? Every day, 7 p.m. No, I can't do, bro, every day, 7 p.m. Ooh, I could do the once a week, but every day would be kind of tough. I'm not going to lie to you. Wednesday, middle of the week. Okay. Wednesday, middle of the week. All right. Is 7 o'clock cool? Is 7 o'clock? Wednesday, 7 p.m. Okay. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Is that Eastern or Pacific? Okay. It's Wednesday, 7 p.m. Are we talking Pacific or Eastern? I'm off work at 3 o'clock. I'm home by 4. 5, 6, 7. So that'll be if I get home by 4, 5, 6, that'll be 7 o'clock on the East Coast time. All right. So that means that on Wednesdays, bro. So every Wednesday at 7 o'clock, I'm going to try to hold the show. If something comes up, I'll let you know ahead of time. Central, okay. Eastern, all right. That'll work. So let's do that. Let's make it happen. It'll be 4 o'clock on the West Coast side, but it'll definitely be 7 o'clock Eastern time. Let's make it happen. Oh, I should have a co-host? All right, I'll tell you what I can do then. Since you say I should have a co-host, how about you? You know what? I can hook up. We can make it happen. I can do it a couple of ways. As a matter of fact, Brother Christopher Jackson from St. John's Grand Lodge of Chicago, Illinois, I invited him on. He accepted, but it's my fault that he's not on this evening. I was going to go live a couple of days ago, but I got busy, man, and I didn't connect with Brother Christopher Jackson out of St. John's Grand Lodge, Ancient Free and Accepted Mason, Chicago, Illinois. It was the Grand Lodge that John G. Jones and William Gray founded. And I really need to have him on the show, and that can happen. Let's get an AF and AM think tank going. Hey, bruh, whatever you want to do, I'm down for it. The ideal is we got to start somewhere, and if a think tank is something you want to do, let's make it happen. Like I said, this is John G. Jones Research, Like I invited people, if you want to become a part of the Research Lodge, it's $5 for your membership card. That's all you pay for. And it's basically just coming up with information, topics that we'll discuss, and we'll move on from there. That's what it's all about. So if that's something that any of you can become a member of John G. Jones Research Lodge, number 147, and you're going to get your membership card, and it's $5. And boom, we go from there, and it's $5 a year for it. And what you do is you can contact me, Brother Eric Sutton, by email or however you want to get in contact with the members or with the lodge, and you can tell us what topic that you would like to be talking about or discuss and do the research on. Freemasonry Unlocked should be your co-host. All right, I tell you what, Freemasonry Unlocked, if you still on tap tonight, bruh, get on the phone. You could be my co-host. I can be yours. We tried to make this happen once before. We can do it. I mean, I think there's a Zoom hangout or Google hangout where you can have an add multiple people. We can do it that way. We can definitely do it that way. I'm gonna see, how do you become John G. Jones? Well, you know what? Okay, so tonight when we leave this page and we go on, I'll tell you exactly how you can become a member of John G. Jones Research Lodge, and we'll go from there. All right? There's no problem about that at all. Do we have to ride the goat? No, bro. You don't have to ride the goat. You don't have to ride the goat. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. So look, it's about what time it is. Let me see. If you are ready to go online right now, hold on just a second. If you are ready to go online, give me about 3 minutes to get on. Give me about 3 minutes to get on, and we're gonna all go online. We're gonna all go conference call, okay? So as I sign off tonight, as always, your time. 8 your time. No, bruh. Oh yeah. It's 8 o'clock my time. But we're gonna get ready to go online right now. We're gonna get ready to go conference call. For those of you who got that number back here, we're gonna get ready to go conference call. So the show is gonna be Wednesdays at 7 p.m. I'm gonna try to make sure I happen on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Make sure my schedule is clear, and we'll just be making it happen. The revolution starts somewhere. It might as well start with us, right? So once again, as I've always said, keep your light on and stay out the bushes. And I appreciate every one of you for tuning in tonight. And we're going to make something happen. So I'm going to go. And if you want to join me on the conference call, let's do it. All right, I'm out. Now I can't come off. There you go. All right.